Solomon, one of the Bible's wisest and most powerful figures. His journey is filled with divine intervention, wisdom beyond measure, and shocking choices that changed history. But did you know that Solomon, despite his immense wisdom, made decisions that led to the downfall of his kingdom? Stick with us as we uncover the fascinating life of this extraordinary king. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more incredible Bible stories that reveal the power, wisdom, and lessons of the ancient world. The birth and early life of Solomon. Solomon's story begins long before he became the mighty king of Israel. Born to King David in Bathsheba, Solomon's early life was marked by scandal. Bathsheba, once the wife of Uriah, whom David had arranged to be killed in battle, carried with her a great deal of shame, staining the royal family. However, Solomon's birth symbolized redemption and divine favor, a bright light in the midst of the darkness surrounding his family's past. Solomon was the product of an event that had caused great pain. David's adultery with Bathsheba led to the death of her husband Uriah, and then the loss of their first child, a heavy consequence of their sin. Yet Solomon's birth became a powerful testimony of God's grace. His name itself, which means peace, was a prophecy of the peace he would eventually bring to Israel. Despite his complicated beginnings, Solomon's destiny was set. God had chosen him to be more than just the son of a king. He was destined to rule Israel and fulfill the promise that God had made to David. God had promised David in 1 Chronicles chapter 22, verse 9, that his son Solomon would be the one to build the temple in Jerusalem. This promise was critical in understanding the divine purpose Solomon would fulfill. Solomon's birth was more than the beginning of a future king. It marked the beginning of a kingdom destined to flourish, despite the turbulent past. Solomon's rise to the throne was not without strife. David had many sons, but not all were fit to follow in his footsteps. His eldest son, Amnon, met a tragic end due to his own sin, while his son Absalom's rebellion led to his violent death. These heartbreaking events left David with a difficult decision. Who among his sons could inherit the throne? Although Solomon was younger, he was ultimately chosen as the one to carry on David's legacy. Solomon's divine appointment as king was a crucial turning point. Although his older brother Adonijah was born first and thus had a higher status, God had chosen Solomon for this task. This was not a political decision, but a fulfillment of God's plan. In 1 Chronicles chapter 22, verse 9, God had promised David that Solomon would be the one to build the temple. This divine confirmation was further solidified when Solomon was anointed king by David and the prophet Nathan, marking the start of his reign. Despite the political intrigue and power struggles within his family, Solomon's early years as king were marked by God's favor. In his first major act as king, Solomon sought wisdom from God.